What's up?
What's up?
Yo,
What's
Hi.
up, everybody? We're here watching some. It's a kid show, but it has jokes for adults in it.
Yeah, it really didn't start out as a kid show either. Like if you really have been watching Barney for a long time, like all of us have, this was like when this first came on in New York public access in really during the height of the AIDS crisis. This was like definitely a different show, but you see a lot of elements of Barney that we know now evident there.
yeah, I think it's important to stay tuned. It's kind of like the Grateful Dead, where Barney's live show is not the same thing as what you see on TV. That's if the real
Yeah.
heads, they're all about the live shit, and that's why we're
Yeah.
gonna watch a full uncut performance from '94 at the peak of his powers in New York. Because, like, I don't know, some people seen him on TV and they don't think he's as edgy as he really is.
Well, he gets
Yeah.
to stretch out the arrangements live, kind of go where the song leads him, really.
Swaps out pedals like fucking 7 times.
Yeah, he's got like 7 guitar techs. He had the money to do that stuff.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
stickler
His
for
feet are
tone, though.
humongous. Like he can't hit one pedal. He hits like
He had custom designed pedals.
Well, they were spread out. I
Oh,
mean,
each
Boss-
pedal is the size of a normal
Boss-
pedal board.
Boss put out a
Yeah.
line of like Barney's signature pedals, and they were just, they were too big for one person to use, so they only went through one run of production because the button was about the size of a basketball. They were made for Barney's feet.
So this performance is interesting. It's in 94. This was after, there was a big, like, it's hard to imagine now because Barney's such an institution, but like at the time, he's fresh out of the New York scene and he had actually just been disavowed by Bill Clinton. Like Bill Clinton had just spoken out against Barney.
Well, Barney did that
And,
track with
yeah.
Sister Soldier
Yeah.
to kind of out of solidarity with her.
Well, Barney refused to get behind the Clinton administration's bombing of Belgrade.
Yeah. Well, Barney is like he's long been a critic of NATO. And that's like, now you even see him, he's still with us, fortunately. But like you even see people like lionize him in this way now, where he's like this sort of beacon of regular American liberalism, when really like Barney is quite radical in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's amazing how things become normalized. Things that are incredibly radical artistically. We don't even think about how they broke boundaries.
well, I think he had even a big skateboard made for him.
Yeah. Well, Barney is like, he is, he knew a lot of those jackass guys, and he actually tried to get a lot of them to rehab, but, was unsuccessful. Like Barney, obviously, he fought his own demons, but he was more successful than some others he knew. Unfortunately,
Well, most people don't even know
for
about
him.
like all the suffering he went through. I mean, everyone knows that one anecdote of when he was at that Maxim Hot 100 party, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
like that girl's top flew off. We never really knew like if it was an accident or on purpose or on what. But the media really came down on Barney then, and he was spending a lot of time in secret hiding out with I think he was hanging out with JFK Jr. at the time.
Yeah, they were friends. They were friends for a while.
That's why the plane went down. Barney was too
Yeah.
heavy. And he's able to float, so he just went right back to Hyannisport. He swam, but JFK Jr.
He's got those big feet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like walking on water for
He
him.
can make record
is
time.
a-
It's like a speedboat.
That was actually one of his controversial album covers where it's just like Abbey Road, but he's walking on water like Jesus.
Well, that's like
He used to say he was bigger than Jesus, like at the end of every show up until season 3.
And he meant literally, not just figuratively.
and that
That's
is
true.
objectively true. He's a larger
It's objectively
person than
true.
Jesus Christ was. But he so that he obviously had a lot of guilt around the JFK situation. Like he felt like he should have, given the fact that he can float, that he should have like tried to, be a flotation device for JFK Jr. When it was just like nothing was saving him, but that's actually like where a lot of the stuff from Cleanup started. Like he actually wrote Cleanup before he knew JFK Jr. because during his sort of coke period in the mid 80s, he got obsessed with the JFK assassination and was obsessed with this idea of it, like, cleaning up, like everyone working together to clean up. It's sort of about like the death of communal spaces in America. But he when he met Junior and they were friends, and then unfortunately that tale ended that way. That's when he really like got the inspiration to finish it. And there's a really emotional performance he had actually in it was actually for Gaddafi. It was in Libya. It was Gaddafi's son's birthday in 2003, and he sort of broke down while doing cleanup, thinking of JFK Jr.
And then when he went into rehab, cleanup had a whole different meaning,
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that's like the duality, like there's like multiple levels to a lot of those different songs, But
Yeah.
thanks to everyone who's subscribed.
Deceptively
except for
simple.
Andrew said Barney sucks dick when he subscribed, so he can go fuck himself. But thanks everyone.
Thanks to all the subs. God bless.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah,
Thanks,
if you don't like Barney, like you don't think people can change, I don't know. Like if you consider yourself a leftist, I really like don't know what to say to you.
So just like any other show, we're gonna have to sit through a lesser artist as the opening act here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Paw Patrol live in Dubai going. We just talk over them because these guys can't hold a candle to Barney.
Yeah, this is a favor that Barney had to do to David Geffen.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's my little stand I take against police violence is when Paw Patrol's on, I don't even care. I'll just talk through it. Doesn't matter to me.
This show, you're playing in Dubai. I mean, the rock and roll heart of the world. How can you be putting on such a low energy show?
Yeah, this is like an insult to Barney and the audience.
Well, it's probably why Barney wants him to open, because he's gonna make Barney look good once he fucking comes out.
First of all, this man's smaller than Barney.
It's true.
This man looks smaller than most people.
They'll be ready, Mayor.
So this is the opener for Paw Patrol.
I can't believe they got the actual mayor of Dubai.
Is this one of the Jonas Brothers?
Oh, that's actually Nathan Masdry, owner of Garfield Eats.
Some very special pups are gonna be the
I wouldn't be
stars
surprised
of
if
the
Garfield
show.
Eats is in that mall.
Do you guys know what pups I'm talking
Which
I bet-
member?
I bet it is.
Which member of the Paw Patrol is the one that gave Eve? They traced around the dog's paw prints on her tits for her tattoo. Which dog was that? Was that the cop?
I think that was the cop dog.
Yeah, Chase. Chasey's
I
on the
haven't
case.
seen it.
I bet
Chase
these
is
won't look
definitely like
shit.
Chase is definitely like the Justin Timberlake of Paw Patrol.
I'm not even done with Daniel
That's
Tiger.
true. Oh, I forgot about Daniel Tiger. Damn.
Next up is a pup who loves to dig. Rubble. Everyone shout out Rubble on 3.
13-12.
I love imagining just how sketchy those guys look under that costume.
They must be so sweaty.
Everyone shout out Sky. 1, 2, 3.
I'm surprised Barney had these guys open for him, considering his long history of police abolitionist rhetoric.
Well, just like even Barney can't really say no to David Geffen. It's unfortunate.
Barney used to be a fixture in the DSA, but then they said he was taking up too much space at the meetings. Like physically. People couldn't get through the door.
Also, he was naked.
Yeah, he wouldn't put pants on.
That's like a great example of the DSA not understanding other people's cultures.
Guys,
They wonder why they don't have dinos in their meetings.
Man, look at how unprofessional these guys are. They can't even get the fucking guy to come out.
we need to
Yeah, has the show started yet?
You guys ready?
I don't know, man. This is some
No,
weird shit.
they're just
Is this
winding it up,
avant-garde?
winding it up.
3, okay?
He OD'd in the green room, man.
2.
Stall. Stall.
This is based on a Samuel Beckett play, actually.
That didn't work.
Flopped.
I just hate acts like this where you can tell like they met at Tish and it's some avant-garde bullshit. They're not even aware of their industry plants.
Right.
What could be wrong? Let's take a look.
And you'd
Hey,
never
what
see
about
Barney waste people's time like this or insult people's intelligence like this.
Really,
Yeah.
it's bullshit to dangle
Really
shit in front of
shows you-
2-year-olds.
They don't value the audience's time.
One last time. You
No,
ready?
no, absolutely not.
Yeah. They're punching in and they're punching out, and you can tell.
Also, isn't this what you're supposed to do for the encore, not the beginning of your show?
Yeah, they got it all wrong. They think they're playing with the form,
4 minutes
Yeah.
in, we've only seen a second dog.
2.
They haven't even done a fucking single song yet.
It's like Barney does an amazing stage show, but he cuts to the chase. Like even now in his career.
We've got you.
Yeah, you could be in Madison Square Garden watching Barney and feel like he's in your room with you, singing right to you, just right in front of you. You know?
Whoops. I'm okay.
When you're on the road for that long, you attune yourself to what the fans want.
Hey,
It's a symbiotic relationship.
All the jobs
Absolutely.
that dogs have are professions that have drinking problems.
you know,
That's true.
let's dance.
That's the only thing I really find like that interesting about their music. Like I don't dislike their music. I'll listen to it sometimes, like if I'm at the gym or like I'm trying to write something, but it's just that's the only like really interesting exploration. Like this was a big hit in places like Moodring and Bushwick, but it's like it's just not as deep as people give it credit for.
I got into Paw Patrol because I'm interested in music that Catholics make, like firemen and policemen.
Yeah.
I like Polish music. I like Croatian music. I like Irish jigs. But I gotta say, it's pretty disappointing. They've strayed pretty far from the kind of Rosetta Stone of all that great music.
I'm seeing in the chat, ZC is saying that it's kind of tacky of them to open with a hit single, but I think that's pretty ballsy. Like, when you just come in guns a-blazing, like, I respect them for that.
Yeah.
The name of the
get-
song is Paw Patrol too, which
Oh, self-titled song, like kind of like Black Sabbath had Black Sabbath
Yeah.
on the album.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stuff.
Exactly like that.
And our
having a
buddies
theme song as a
too.
band, I mean that was lame when the Monkees did it, and that was 50 years
Somebody
ago.
should tackle that child right
Why don't
now.
you show me a special song you did for the show?
Yeah.
There are
Pick
always
her up
people
and
like
whip
that.
her across the room like Akon.
There are always
Get
unfortunately
outta here.
people like this at shows, like Dan, you've definitely seen it. Like people who just like can't handle the live music atmosphere.
For everyone to
Yeah.
see it.
They'll be just like turning their back to the stage, trying to hide behind their friends, plugging
Yeah.
their ears. Sometimes when people are uncomfortable at your show, they put their fingers in their ears, or they give you the finger. But that's basically because they're not used to being around so many people. It's not that they don't like
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah, Paw Patrol has some weird shut-in fans.
That's gonna shoot
This is probably the only thing they came out to in Dubai that year.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's the problem I have with Paw Patrol. Like their fans, like I guess they're fine, but their fans like really piss me off a lot of the time.
It's like Belle and Sebastian fans. You got people flying, like halfway around the world to go take up valuable space at the front of the stage, and just sit there and look uncomfortable. It's like, why did you come all this way?
Finally, security shows up.
Well, their shows are hit and miss. I was at one where 2 songs in, a thunderstorm happened, and the dogs all like scattered into the back of the. They like had to fish them out of a cleaning cupboard in the back. 3 hours
Well,
later, they did the 3rd song.
The Cop Dog is like a notoriously like sort of up and down performer. Like
Yes.
sometimes he'll get up there like crying and asking for like another policeman's hat because this one doesn't fit him right, and then sometimes he just knocks it out of the park. But like Barney's on 100% of the time.
Yeah, and you compare Barney's catalog with his, it's like, well, like if Barney wanted to have that attitude, he's earned it, and he doesn't. People say he's like the most humble fucking dude to backstage people, roadies and shit.
Yeah, he's the hardest working dinosaur in show business, and
100%.
earned that title.
He doesn't have to use a uniform like a crutch.
All right,
Demand respect for something he hasn't done.
nice work.
He doesn't even wear pants.
Some great.
No,
Yeah,
no
no,
clothes.
he's-
He's
Yeah.
just himself.
Well,
Yeah,
to Paw
you-
Patrol's credit, they don't wear pants either.
What?
I guess I like that aspect of it. It's nice to see a pantsless police officer. Like
Let's see where Sky and
there's
Rubble
something
are,
artistic
okay?
about that.
That's where
Yeah,
they
you don't-
keep the gun
you
in the
don't-
taser. No pants, no gun.
You don't usually see a pantsless police officer around so many children. It's actually kind of refreshing.
Oh, look who woke up.
Yeah.
What's her
All
job?
right, everyone.
Yeah,
She's a
Sky.
pilot?
Everyone say hello to Sky. Hi, Sky.
Oh, this happened after the Sullenberger thing. Like, if you needed any more proof that it's a fucking industry plant.
Well, they brought her in like a Fergie thing for the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally, it was Fergie inside the suit.
But their second record tanked, and they needed to mix up the live show.
So, what should I do first?
They used to be
They had
really
it covered
socially
London
conscious.
Bridges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Ryder! Go Ryder! Go Ryder!
Who's that?
Nice moves, Ryder. Let's go to the stage so we can show you.
So
the
Ryder, a lot of people don't know this. He's actually George P. Schultz, not the Peanuts guy, but the Reagan administration guy.
Mhm.
That's his
Oh, the
great
hot guy.
grandson. Yeah, the hottest guy in the Reagan administration. That's like how he got in there. And it's like, yeah, I'm obviously like, I'm not the hugest Paw Patrol fan, but like they're obviously like way better performers than him. And it's like, yeah, I mean, just not like an organically created act, and that's what you get sometimes.
Oh man, the suspense is killing me. They really do know how to like draw out your anxiety in a show.
Yeah, what
These
you want
kids
to
aren't
do
even
is you wanna-
excited for this.
You want to pull that rear projection screen up as slowly as possible, you know?
What, they're
Are they
small
cats
now? Why are they
Yeah,
small
what the fuck's
now?
going on?
So, this is the stage for the big Adventure Bay show, eh? And to think
They're
no one
cats?
Yeah,
asked
they're
me
into
to be in
cats.
the show. Me, the best
I don't know about
dancer in
this.
all of
Yeah, this is a little art rocky for me.
Yeah, a little high
Yeah.
concept here. Just fucking play a song, you know what I mean?
Time to bring
Yeah.
the house down.
Yeah, this is the part of the Sonic Youth set where they play 20 minutes worth of just like banging drumsticks on guitar.
Yeah, they're just
word over and over again.
Sticking a
Like, you get it.
screwdriver through the strings and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. You're loosening the boundaries of the genre. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know what the fuck. I can't keep
Yeah,
track
I
of this plot.
it's the set
I don't know
falling
what's
apart.
going on. If I was
Yeah,
two,
this
I
is
would
like
definitely
The
not know what's
mayor's
going on.
involved, so there's high stakes.
There was a
Whoa,
cop
whoa.
and a firefighter, and then they became cats, and now the
So-
stage is falling apart.
Are
So
the
a lot
cats
of you guys-
bad guys?
Hard
don't think
to say.
The stage
A lot of
is
you guys
falling.
don't know this, but one of the members of Paw Patrol is actually dating Zoe Kazan. So like they're definitely trying to get like a theater type thing going on in their stage shows, but it's like,
What's happened to
come on, like
the
people are here for the music.
And what is gonna happen to the
It's
big
really
Adventure
4
Bay
for
show?
4 on drinking professions. Cops, pilots, firemen, and
Construction
construction workers.
And construction workers,
How
yeah.
are we going
Yeah.
to have the Big Adventure Bay show now? Aww. And
Uh-oh.
that means we can't do our dance.
We have to get to the bottom of this, pups.
You never, okay, look,
Maybe our
like
visitor
when you're
saw
having
something.
problems
Did
on
any of you
stage,
guys
technical
see
or
how this
otherwise, you
happened?
never let the audience know.
Yeah,
Let's
show
roll
goes
with it.
on.
Happened.
Yeah. You know,
I don't
oh,
even. Yeah.
Kitty Catastrophe.
sorry, everybody. Oh, my
Mayor Hundinger.
guitar cable doesn't work. No, wrong. It's not how you capture people's attention.
Oh, hi, Mayor. Good
Yeah,
morning.
like I'm not even, involved in music. I'm a podcaster, but like as a frequent stage performer, I know that.
Mhm. Like if your mic's
I
not
will
working, you don't make
offer
a big deal of it.
counterpoint, whereas if my microphone doesn't work or something else goes wrong, I will just lay down on the stage until somebody takes care of it.
That
You
is
make any-
another way to do it.
Uh-oh.
Do you make any noise when you lay down? Do you like kick your feet a little bit? Yeah.
No, everybody's a kid.
That girl just touched the foot. She touched the foot.
You can't touch a performance.
You can't do that.
About that
Someone
mayor.
throw her ass
This is
out.
Dubai.
Who's ruined the stage.
300 meters away, a guy has her under scope right now.
Yeah. So-
You have to go to Sky Prison or something.
It's so avant-garde. It's been 13 minutes and they've done like 2 fucking
You can
songs.
count on us.
A
Yeah.
really stressed out sniper who is not allowed to have sex, jack off, drink, or smoke is just.
A single tear.
We got you.
Also, Branson, that's gonna be the next Paw Patrol dog who comes out.
Yeah, the
Sniper.
the sexually frustrated sniper.
Hostage negotiator.
Adventure Bay show
Yeah.
is a
False,
We will have-
false flag coordinator.
catastrophe.
We will have snipers in position at Frequency Fest for all sets.
All right, that's good to know.
We're
I
gonna
just
have a dog.
assumed.
We're gonna have a dog mortician come out next.
Scott, I need you to use a helicopter and put the broken stage.
I wish there was an ambulance one.
Let's take to the
There must be one in the show.
Marshall, I need you
Yeah,
to
you
use your
think.
ladder and look up and
Like, what is a
find
pilot?
places.
A pilot
The
for
premise,
what?
the premise of this entire performance is that they can't do the show.
Chase
Cool.
This is Dubai, and it's like you got to figure that like most of the kids in the audience, they got there by private plane.
Here, everyone, on 3. 1, 2.
There's an Orange Julius that just sells blood.
Awesome. Let's cheer for Chase.
The original recipe for Garfield Eats the Garfuccino was actually like worker blood and egg and some ice.
The special
Well, like-
food here is a Dippin' Dots made of stem cells.
The misery gives it a certain tanginess.
Paw Patrol is on a roll.
I gotta
I would
assume
love
a
to-
lot of these people don't speak English in the audience.
Maybe that's why they're getting such a tepid reaction, you know?
It's a very like verbal thing they're doing. Very high
Yeah.
concept. I think it would be better if they just danced.
Now the break will be exactly as long as it takes for someone to take off a big mascot helmet and do a bump of cocaine.
Yeah. Are you seriously taking a break after 15 minutes?
Yeah, it's
This is some
the
weak
intermission.
shit.
And
Oh my god, man.
It's
No
like
way.
people have shit on like Big Bird's attitude, but it's like he wouldn't do that.
Hell no.
He's
He
a
can be like a little
professional.
yeah, he can be a little dramatic, but like when it comes to the show, he still wants to like give the audience what they paid for.
I mean,
Yeah.
but still, like Big Bird will do the whole jam band shit of 30-minute songs and stuff.
I'd rather
Yeah,
hear
but,
some
like,
music than hear this shit, though.
I mean, Big Bird's fans like love that. Like if you're not super into Big Bird, it can suck. But like the people who pay for those shows, like they plan that like a year in advance. They're excited to see that.
When
That's
Big
what
Bird
they're
says he
paying
has a
money
special
for.
guest and Les Claypool comes out, the crowd loses it.
This cat basket
Yeah.
this way.
And he does the
Definitely
South
not
Park
my
theme
type of
and
thing.
Big Bird chimes in. Oh my god.
when Big Bird brings up the
Yeah.
Chapman stick and the lights go down, it's just spotlight on Big Bird and the Chapman stick for like 15 to 25 minutes. People freak out. That's what they pay for. That's why
He's
they
covered
don't know.
Frampton and doing If You Feel Like I
Okay, I'm coming down. Whoa, whoa. I'm okay. Marshall, that landing was tremendous. Thanks.
Come on,
Don't these guys do their jobs? Why is he a cop? They don't do copping.
You know,
They don't do firefighting.
one thing that
Yeah.
just-
Of course. Yeah.
Running around talking to each other, bullshitting.
those kitties must be close by.
Oh, they're trying to find the cats.
Where are they?
We think those cats might have a little marijuana.
Remember, guys,
Yeah, they're gonna beat those cats' ass when they find them.
They're jazz cats.
let me hear it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we've got a crew of kitties to catch.
Man, where the fuck are those cats? This is insane. How did they get away?
I'm
So they're
really-
not the cats. I thought the cats were like their alter egos that they
Me
transform
too, because
into.
each one corresponded to the other one, but I guess not. You
Well,
know,
I was
like-
reading the Paw Patrol Wikipedia last night. I was actually aware that they're different characters. But I actually like. I know we were talking about how we don't like the avant-garde elements of this, but like. Maybe the time spent with Zoe Kazan has been good because, like, I kind of like the narrative structure of this. What do you guys think?
Well, like the slide whistle we just heard.
I would
That
have
was
to see
good.
the script, I think, to
Yeah,
really get an
yeah.
objective view. I want to see the stage directions.
Yeah, I guess it's to their credit that you got to see this a couple times before you get it. That's probably what keeps the fans coming back. It's like I saw this exact same set last night, but I got to see it again because I don't know what the fuck happened. You know?
I wonder if they could get all the production assets they asked for at this venue too. You know, maybe we're missing something here.
Yeah, it's a little low rent here.
But I was thinking, you know, sometimes when you're touring with a band, a strategy is to get an opening act that's extremely low energy. You know, like not something that's bad enough that it's going to make people leave or bum the audience out, but just something that's very much not as good as your band. And maybe that's what's going on here with Pop.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And like, look at that. That's like such a subtle but actual cool thing. The cop dog actually pointed at the cat before he turned around to look at it.
Stay still.
Yeah, that was
Stay
a
still.
like it's getting a little NYU for me, but that was like a pretty good.
Well,
I saw
yeah.
an interview with him where he talked about how that's sort of about the surveillance state. And it's like, okay, yeah, but your dad works for Palantir, but like also, I mean, pretty good.
Well, they always
Pretty
say
good.
that later. They pander to the
Yeah.
kids when it's on, and then later they're like, oh, I was actually trying to do something avant-garde. Paw Patrol was actually gay, but I didn't mention it. And it's like, that's kind of passé by now, buddy.
I think it's kind of funny how St. Vincent didn't mention once in this new album cycle that she was actually on this tour as Sky.
Everyone,
You know,
Yeah.
that's you. I'm sneezing so much.
Oh, I got a DM.
I can't.
Elia Kazan actually wrote the script for this.
That's you. That's you.
Well, that's why you had to turn people in, so you could keep working and make
Yeah,
stuff
keep making
like
art
this.
like this.
Oh, there he is. There's security.
Finally, someone's gonna lay down the law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
geez, man, these fans are fucking out of control.
Send them to the labor camp.
What kind of life do you live as a Dubai mall cop?
The greatest life in the world.
And also, he's defending. Purportedly, these are police officers on stage, but they need another police officer, someone who's
Well,
lower
it's-
ranking than them. Not even an actual police officer, just a temporary security officer who probably doesn't even have a gun.
Paw Patrol.
It's beneath Chase to shoot a 3-year-old. He wants to take aim at an older target.
Very
You can't prosecute a dog.
Put down.
well, not in Dubai.
No, kiddies, don't do it.
I wonder how many cops have like gone to these shows and then like not listened to the lyrics.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's a cop. He's dancing. It's so cool, and they don't even.
Yeah.
They didn't even care.
Wow, cop.
Bullshit! I have to wear pants all the time.
But I'm gonna need you though. I want everyone on the count of 3 to shout out, "Stop!"
How come the cats have to go in a cat carrier, but the dogs get to stand up and walk around?
2,
Caste system.
3.
Yeah.
Frankly, the dog is gonna get in more trouble.
You know,
I mean, the
before
cat's
before
already,
Barney
like,
comes on,
derailed
I'm
the
gonna go.
show.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm
Well,
gonna
who
get
let
ready
them
for
out?
Barney.
My plan worked.
I'm so
What?
excited for Barney.
Well, all
man.
three of them have to be in one carrier?
In one cage? That seems very inhumane.
That-
I don't like the dog and cat apartheid in this
In the
universe.
basket.
I
Yeah.
can't
Where the
tell whether
cats
this is
are
a-
like-
And the
This is a comment on the carceral state, or I don't. It's not clear. The message is muddled. You know.
Yeah.
The cats are treated like animals.
We helped each other and got the job done.
What was the job?
To put the cats on one.
No, the cats caused the second dramatic thing. They destroyed the stage.
Oh, right.
I
I'm
think
not
that's
sure
what
how the stage being intact really has to do with the show. They
Well,
could
the
have continued the
dogs
show
were
even
saying-
with the stage in that condition.
That they wouldn't be able to dance with the stage like this. If I'm understanding correctly.
I think the cats were a false flag. The police officer and the fireman clearly destroyed their own stage, possibly the pilot.
Yeah, I think it goes all the way up to the mayor.
That mayor is an unsavory character.
Is that the guy who's not in a costume? Is he the mayor?
Listen to me.
No, the mayor was. It was only. They talked to her on the phone, and it's like, oh yeah, mayor of Dubai shouldn't step over any bodies for that role.
Oh, yeah, and she was based on Martin O'Malley. I remember.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a mix of Martin O'Malley and Marion Barry.
And Prince Al-Walid bin Talal.
Oh, they're going to introduce a new character this late?
Finally shows up.
Wait, what happened
Oh,
with the cats?
Elliot-
What did I miss?
This is really anti-labor. Like, come on, man.
Fucking Elia Kazan has not changed. He may write good dialogue, but like this is the same bullshit politics I'm used to from him. Fuck him. People are just like they're like, oh, I love Liz Warren, like seasons in production, and like turn around and watch this, like this Elia Kazan propaganda piece.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to do like a West Wing thing.
Yeah.
The show is gonna start soon. What are we gonna
Just
do?
about to start.
Don't worry, Pops.
What do you mean it's
almost
gonna
over.
start?
Go on.
Why is this so meta?
The stage.
It's NYU bullshit, dude.
You're confusing the hell out of these children. They're already in Dubai. They probably flew from London.
They're all hungry and cranky and jet lagged.
Imagine trying to explain Dubai to a child.
It's where they send Nirmal.
If that's, I mean, Dubai is kind of like if a child designed a city. All those places are.
It's gonna have a building that's the tallest building ever. And it's so tall that they can't even believe it.
There's a special building that's for ice cream. It's $1,000.
There's an island that's the whole world. And it looks like
No
the
drinking.
whole world.
We're gonna take a bunch of sand from the desert and put it in the ocean and make some islands.
It's like all those places. They're all like every like Saudi new city is just that way.
Yeah.
Because like they just like they have no idea what's cool or like what anyone would want. So it's like,
We're
oh
gonna
yeah,
talk-
it has the world's biggest laser tag facility and it was made by slaves.
Everyone
Cool.
gets a go-kart to drive around in except women.
Yeah, girls suck.
Women can drive, but only at half the speed limit.
At least they're finally getting back into the music here.
Yeah. This is kind of like, I can, you know, in a post-COVID world, I can kind of hear this at like parties in Bed-Stuy, Clinton Hill. Maybe like the girl you've been making eye contact with all night. Maybe like this song finally gives both of you the courage to walk over and talk to each other. There's going to be a lot of couples songs, you know,
Yeah.
during this summer of the vaccine.
I mean, Quebec people in Mile End were playing this halfway through 2020, like, and now they play it as a joke. So
All right, I mean,
Now,
They-
ladies
they
and
closed out
gentlemen,
strong.
coming to the stage, Aesop Rock.
And we can finish the show.
ladies and gentlemen, the coup.
Be in the show. I'm gonna show you.
The coup in Dubai.
Why don't you show everyone your dance moves, and that way everyone.
They're gonna
can
do a
see the show.
DJ thing where they take all of it off except the head.
I think the kitties want to dance with us.
oh yeah, now, yeah, after you imprison
Now you
yeah.
fucking let them out, yeah.
Yeah, if you reconditioned them.
These cats
This
are
is such-
traumatized.
The show is
This is
for
such like
everyone.
bullshit liberalism. I fuck it, yeah, fuck Ilya Kazan.
It's like
for
Harry
writing
Potter.
this.
It's like, oh, the bad wizards are oppressing us in our slaves.
Yeah.
They're treating our
they're
slaves
trying to
even
do-
worse than us.
I think they're trying to do like a centrist guilt thing where like, you know, they want us to reach across the aisle and work with the
Yeah.
Democrat.
All right, I'm gonna get my mid spin. I'll be right back. I kind of want to like get a nice buzz going for Barney.
Oh, totally. I get you.
All right, one more time.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a beer.
Nice.
I hope the lineup for the bathroom at the stadium isn't too long.
Yeah.
I hope they have those big piss troughs in Dubai that are filled with ice.
Do you guys want anything? Do you want like a $10 bottle of water, or like a cold hot dog, or some nachos with the cheese on it, or
Yeah,
a
just
t-shirt?
get a sampler platter of all of
Get
it.
some merch.
I want a really long hot
Sure.
dog and the tiniest hamburger you've ever seen.
I bought some merch when we came in. I bought some Paw Patrol Dubai merch. So weird. Doesn't say Paw Patrol on it anywhere.
Put it all together.
I actually had a really cool conversation with the Paw Patrol guys. I was just standing outside after the show, and they were
Yeah,
all
they were smoking a
lifting their
cigarette.
legs, pissing on the side of the building. They had a lot of interesting things to say about the biz.
Pretty
Oh,
cool.
they've been through a lot.
And the other side.
Oh yeah, wait, is it the same girl going crazy up front? Where the fuck is the security guard?
You know, at a certain point, when you want the audience to have energy, you're just going to have to let those people do what they want.
Yeah, don't waste that energy before Barney though.
This is gonna be
There's only like one more minute here. I bet they got one more
Are
song.
you guys ready for the Big Adventure Bay show? I can't hear you. Then here we go.
At least one of those guys have thrown up in that costume already.
That's how Deadmau5 died.
Adventure Bay Show. Let me hear you cheer.
Cheer!
Yeah, the mayor can't talk to you right now. She's on the phone with a bunch of dogs and some boy.
The one, the only Paw Patrol, and their surprising guests, the Kitty Catastrophe Dancers.
The Kitty Catastrophe Dancers.
What's this?
Clear casino reference to the Ace Rothstein dancers.
It's pretty unrealistic about how hard it is to get cats back into the carrier. They're opening it, shutting it, opening it, shutting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think it's that easy?
That's why they make drugs for cats. Move them around easier.
The guy in the vest is just looking through the audience, seeing if there's anyone he can get pussy from that night.
There must be a mom.
I mean, I don't want to like, sound gross here, but that is like what it's like on tour.
Nice, guys.
Yeah. Just a different girl every night, huh?
Yeah. You need someone to watch Halo lore videos with you when you're on tour.
All right,
You have
so
to
that was
drink
it.
a thing
apparently.
every day to take 20 years off your life. All right, here we go. Here's a real fucking show.
Oh man,
Well, it got copied anyway, so fuck you.
FBI. This is put there by the FBI agent who's part of Paw Patrol.
Yeah, he doesn't want people watching this.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, even the intro fucking gets me pumped, dude.
Oh man, everyone's showing up for the show. Radio City Music Hall.
Can you imagine telling Barney in '79 that he'd perform here?
Yeah, man, he would just wait outside. He was too poor to get a ticket, so he would just wait outside the venue just to be
Yeah.
around like the atmosphere and the energy, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, he's obviously like grown as a person and an entertainer, but it's like he's the same like humble kid from Oklahoma.
Did I miss anything? What are we?
No, they're just filing into the stadium.
All right.
They'll stop and talk to anyone about anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you're not on your feet by now at a Barney show,
Yeah, get the
Yeah,
fuck
you
up.
don't like live music, straight up.
Yeah. What are you doing there?
you fucking listening to like, nice quiet jazz music or something, get up. It's Barney, dude.
Andrew claims
Yeah, what
he's
the
seen this a
fuck?
million times. He had this tape. That's the thing,
I
all these people
I don't know
who
if I
that
did.
know, everyone fucks with Barney. Like, if anyone pretends like they're not into his music, I know you fucked with him when you were younger. He's a formative artist for all of us, man.
4 years ago,
Absolutely.
everyone claimed they hated him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
that-
ever got
No,
into the
because
live
that-
stuff.
Because that was part of the Trump thing. It was like people were like, "Oh, we have to cancel Barney now. We have to take like all this stuff he said out of context." And it's like, no, you actually like put it in context.
Everyone
Barney
thought
is,
that
like,
about
hard
crime
to
back
the
then.
left.
It
Yeah,
was
but-
Amanda Palmer. Amanda Palmer said, Donald Trump is going to make punk rock great again, and we need to cancel Barney.
Yeah, she tried to cancel him because she's always been insecure about a performer, as a performer, and it's like Barney.
Oh man, look at him
at that
leaping
energy.
around.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
what
See,
a
that's a
already
live
good
show.
performer.
He's
He's
coked up.
60
He is
he's-
coked up.
63 years old.
1994, New York
City.
City.
You compare him to
Come
Paw
on,
Patrol,
you do the
they,
math.
they were barely walking. He's fucking jumping and doing flips and shit right now.
What a fucking great performer,
That
dude.
stage is like 10 times as big, and he's controlling it by himself, you know?
Well, he spent the entire first, 6 hours of his day in his cage, where they usually keep him. So he's just mentally preparing like a shinobi.
And they starve him when he's in his cage, too, to make him hungry for it, you know?
Yeah, to remember, the days in the late 70s, early 80s, before he made it.
Oh, Andrew had a crush on one of the girls in the show. He's going to have to tell us who it is when she shows up.
Getting together like this. The more we get together
Classic opener.
Classic.
It's a good opener,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good opener.
together, the happier You're real.
It's
I mean, I wasn't-
definitely
Because your friends are my friends and my friends are your
it's definitely
friends.
something that like
The more we
older
get
fans are gonna
together,
know,
the happier
but like
we'll be.
new fans can still like get into.
Just wait till it gets the audience involved.
Because it's full of hooks, you know. You don't need to know this song. You don't need to be familiar with it for it to resonate with you.
It's pretty much all hooks. Yeah.
Yeah,
starts
it's
with the
a
chorus,
safe
that-
choice, but it does the job.
Well, Barney's like he can experiment and will be great sometimes, but he knows that like Radio City Music Hall, these tickets are expensive. He's like, I'm gonna give you something I know you'll love.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
He's respecting the audience. He's respecting the venue. You know?
Best opener I ever saw him do, the night after Bowie died, he did Rebel Rebel, slowed down, half speed, and it was like everyone was like in tears.
Oh, you're so lucky. I should have gone to that show.
Him and Barney were tight.
Yeah.
Wow. He loves his crowd.
When Bowie talks about experimenting, that's who he's experimenting with.
Thank you.
It was Barney that introduced Bowie to drum and bass music.
Gee, this is
Yeah.
going to take a long time.
Actually, I looked this up earlier. Like, this is true. Nirvana in '93, when they did a Halloween show, Kurt Cobain dressed up as Barney the Dinosaur. And to me, he was just kind of passing the torch, you know?
Absolutely.
He only had 1 year left, pretty much, and then from there, it was all Barney. Like, he kind of took over after that.
He was watching this when they found the body.
Yeah.
1994, he put the VHS in the player, wrote that letter, and he was out.
It's true.
And you know what? I've got some more friends who want to meet you right now.
Oh, bring out the whole band here.
I love surprise appearances like this.
Let's guess which girl Andrew had a crush on.
Julie! Hi, Julie. Derek!
The way like Barney put on younger performers is so fucking cool. Like what a cool dude.
Andrew had a crush on Derek.
Rose!
Fuck you.
Owned.
Kelly! Come on out, Kelly! Tasha!
All right, I mean, how many fucking kids they got, man?
Tasha, how about her?
They give the
Andrew?
kids fake names, which is interesting.
Yeah, when we watched the one from '91, in the end it had the credits with all their fake names. It's very.
They
bizarre.
had to get a booger eater. I was like,
It
these
shows-
kids are booger
It shows
eaters.
their
But
real
Sean,
names, but also
There's
the
our
fake
booger
ones.
eater.
Yeah, like doxes them anyway.
You and you and you!
Well, that was a practice that started like in after Barney came out against America's involvement in the Balkans because he was getting a lot of death threats.
Ooh, someone in the
Yeah,
chat
mostly
called
from
that. They're
Albania.
playing the beat from Mr. Knickerbocker.
Yeah.
He's going right into it. He let that beat drop like while the kids were coming out to get the audience excited.
Part of the Kosovo Liberation Army's organ smuggling racket that they had with Hashim Thaçi, who would later go on to become the president of Kosovo, a lot of that money was diverted to building what they called the first Albanian drone, and its only target was Barney.
Yeah, he was like they were really upset with him, but he was part of that sort of like radical tradition of New York musicians.
It's kind of
Yeah, you
crazy
know-
that they're doing this song about bopping without Baby Bop. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, this was after Baby Bop's anti-Semitic comments, and it was like even Barney was like,
She had to take a
never
few
been
years
someone
off.
Yeah, Barney's never been anyone for canceling people, but that was like, it was so vital, and that was like so close to when Barney found out that he actually had Jewish heritage.
I mean, she made a whole record with Professor Griff. Which,
Yeah,
They sort of let her come back, like Mel Gibson.
yeah. It was like a
People bring
Nick
it up,
Cannon.
but it's been so long.
Yeah, it was sort of like a Nick Cannon type situation where it's like, okay, well, like those are deplorable comments, but like, you know, she just makes so many people so much money.
The way to the backyard.
I don't remember children wearing so many vests. I guess in '94, children were wearing tons of vests all the time.
I remember wearing a lot of vests as a little baby.
I think I missed vests. I should have worn more
I bet
vests.
that's it.
Man, this production value is so much better than Paw Patrol.
Yeah,
Barney's got the money, but he knows how to spend it. That's the thing.
exactly. Look at this set, dude. Beautiful.
Leaps and bounds ahead of the first Barney live DVD or
Yeah.
VHS.
This song sounds
hope
like it's
it's out
for
on
kids, but it's
DVD.
actually really dark. Only adults get why this one's so dark.
Well, this song was about.
It's about
from
Rosie
the-
O'Donnell. It's about when they found out she was a lesbian. And they knew this in 1994, which is incredible. She didn't even
That's
know
great.
it.
Everyone in the audience knew.
She was still
Everyone,
doing
even
her
the
bit
kids.
about how hot Tom Cruise is.
It's a good riff.
Also, only Barney could go from hip hop on the last song to this song. Like,
If you're a
Yeah.
woman,
all over the place, and he pulls it off.
if you're a woman pretending to be straight, and the guy you pick as your go-to attraction is Tom Cruise, he,
Yeah. Branson, that reminds me of my friend who, like, a year before he came out, was like, he asked me, like, what's your celebrity crush? And I was like, I don't know, like, I think
he
like,
initiated this conversation.
yeah, he did. And I said something like, I think I said like Penelope Cruz, but he was like, mine's Taylor Swift, and it's like Taylor Swift isn't like ugly or anything, but it's like that's just such a like to be like, oh, I want to fuck the shit out of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there was
Just a template of a woman.
I went to school
Yeah.
with a guy who was closeted, and he said he had a big crush on Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I
And
think like everyone
now they would call that standing.
That's not even counting
I think every closeted guy in 2012 got together and was like, all right, guys, we need to pick one.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift. We all say Taylor Swift, and we initiate the conversation for some reason.
that's not the reason all the closeted guys got together, but that's what they decided at the end of the night.
No, yeah, that guy's awesome. My friend Brandon, he was like he was like a national level like Greco-Roman wrestler and like fought MMA, and he just like he went to one of those trampoline places with like a bunch of trampolines in a big box type building, and like just tore every ligament in his knees trying to like show everyone how good he was at like being on the trampolines. 'Cause he was
That's
a better
such a
athlete.
bad way to get injured. Because does he lie to people?
No.
It's a child's accident.
It's a trampoline accident.
But like after that happened, he was like just being like sort of immobile for like 6 months. He was like, oh, I'm gay.
I didn't notice that Baby Bop is wearing toes or shoes that bind her toes so they won't grow.
That's actually she got like iron crosses tattooed on all of them, and they had to cover them up.
It's like from that show that we watched already in 1991. She had like this weird ethnic thing going on. I don't even know what accent it was supposed to be, but they've removed that by this point.
It was sort of a Jar Jar Binks thing. Like, oh, me likey this.
It was very weird.
name is Baby Bop.
Yeah, it was like that. It was in that register too.
Yeah, it's good. I want to hear more of that. Like,
Hey Andrew, is Baby Bop the one you had a crush on?
Yeah, he liked that she was anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Whoa, Andrew, that's crazy.
I like Death in June, Baby Bop.
This isn't that far off because I saw like two like sort of alt-right like blue checks talking the other day, and they're like, Boss Baby's actually pretty big. It's like literally what's happening. That's what people are just gonna be like now. Hey, Barney actually said some really cool things about the Jewish question.
Yeah.
Have to pretend to like Mel Gibson movies for the rest of their life.
That's what everyone's like now. Like they have to pretend whatever shitty like streaming show is good if they're like a lib, and if you're conservative, you have to be like, oh, Big Bird's racist, like me. Big Bird's base.
Yeah. If you're a liberal, you had to stare off into space for like a good 5 minutes when you heard that one of his Winter Soldier and Falcon Man got the series ended or whatever.
Yeah, you have to watch. If you're a liberal, you have to watch Master of None and be like, oh, this is really funny. I guess it's cooler to be dumber and to be like, the Angry Birds movie is about how racism's good.
It's pretty based. I'm Barney built.
So funny to be, but like to be like a baby and also racist is awesome.
Is that what you call that show, Andrew?
Whoa.
I wouldn't say he's the master of that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the master of anything.
Yeah, he's definitely not the
Find the
master of
Barney
having
bag.
sex.
I hope they find a gun in there or some money.
Well, the Barney bag actually was like sort of like a New York scene thing in the 80s, and of course there's like a Quaaludes in there at the time. It was like a running sort of gag in the punk scene, but now you can see it's turned into something positive.
Yeah, it was the punk. It was the punk version of the Wowie box in the '70s. If you were in a band and you wanted money from the label to get drugs, you'd call your manager and be like, "Yeah, we can't finish the record. We need the Wowie box." And in the '80s, it was you'd call up Sire Records and be like, "We need we need the Barney bag."
This is like, yeah. How many years sober was Barney at this show? Like, I think 4 years. It was like pretty fresh for him still.
He got clean early.
Yeah.
He actually helped a lot of people get clean and stay clean.
Yeah.
And yet people want to kill him, you know?
Yeah, people still write songs about murdering him. And it's
He
really
did age terribly after he stopped doing
What'd
heroin.
they do with that bag in there?
Well, they swapped it out for a different prop bag.
Ah.
And Sean ate some of his boogers.
Oh.
That kid's such a geek.
Classic Sean.
He's a Four Eyes. I hate to say it, but he is.
You should have a song about a Four Eyes where you learn to count to 4.
Did any of those kids ever go back to school?
Who's this guy?
Like, I assume on the tour they're getting
Oh,
tutored.
you fucking son of a
But,
Light
bitch.
him
like-
up! Somebody with a machine gun needs to light him up right now.
That's the
the
only
fuck is Barney looking
Quebecois
at?
member of the troupe, actually.
The audience should be swarming him.
That's Jean Claude. He flunked out of circus school and he joined the Barney troupe.
Imagine if you were
best passport.
imagine if you were gone from school for a year because you were on Barney.
Barney, why are you
And then
letting
you came back.
You have to
take
go
down
for
this grown
witness
man?
protection. There has to be like child witness protection for that.
Yeah.
They send you to Dubai to finish school.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you can make fun of Paw Patrol there. Like, this sucks.
You're like, our show was so much fucking better, man.
They give you facial reconstruction.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Or else you'll
He's
get beaten
French
to death
Canadian.
on the
They
playground.
got a tax credit for letting burn victims be in the Barney show.
Yeah, being in school as a former Barney star is like being in prison.
Yeah, they're like the lowest of the low.
Dude, you're gonna let this guy do a fucking song?
Yeah, who is this guy?
Yeah, well, he outsmarted them, so he earned the song.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, it's setting a bad precedent because now the kids in the audience can just jump on stage and outsmart Barney and get their own song too.
Somebody's gonna like screen cap this guy, and there will be a viral post that said, "Did anyone else think this guy was hot as fuck?" Oh, a guy dressed like that tells you he enjoys doing tricks. You believe him.
So if somebody's chasing, they will never catch me. I don't try to be mean. That is not how I think. I just play my tricks and off I go as quick as
He's a little bit laborious.
Yeah, get him off the stage. We're the dinos. I don't remember this at all.
That should come as no surprise.
I wonder what Andrew thought of this when he was a child.
Thank you,
Probably
Night
didn't like
Partition. Thank you, everybody, giving bits and stuff. I don't have the alert box turned on.
Sometimes I try to take things that belong to other folks. As you.
Yeah, you take things. You're gonna take the Barney bag. We get it.
Then fucking take it, man.
He's making such a big deal out of taking the Barney bag.
Oh, Andrew said this
What, do they
guy
have to
scared
meet
the
a
shit
word
out
count?
of him.
This is very self-congratulatory.
All the adults clapping.
He reminds me of the
Good,
Skull
thank you, Barney
Kid,
bag.
but not as cool.
Get his ass.
Beat his ass, Barney.
The kid who called him out is like chewing the scenery.
Somebody can cut him off.
How's Barney slower
Go in
than
the
all
other direction.
Get his ass.
Man, that guy's fast.
What? What?
Wait, so they have two of these costumes. Two guys have to play this guy. And one of them's upstairs and one of them's downstairs.
No, he's just really fast.
Yeah, I mean, did you not pay attention to what they said? He
Oh.
said
He
he was
cased the
fast.
whole venue beforehand.
Yeah, he's a master criminal.
That was the
Yeah, Barney's getting Ocean's 11 right now.
Oh, that was the Winkster.
Dad, he's just
Oh.
a silly
The
fellow
Wankster?
who loves to
That was the Wankster.
He's gonna perform a song with 50 Cent.
Well, I've got an idea. But
That's where
50 Cent was
got the idea
recovering from
from.
being shot back in 1994. And
Yeah,
Barney
he was
actually
watching
visited
Barney
him
in
in
the
the hospital.
Will you help
And he got the
us?
idea for Wanksta from that guy.
Oh, great! Oh, we'll go on with our show.
If
and
you're
have
an
lots of
unfit
fun.
mother, I
But
think a
if you
Barney
see
show's
the
a pretty good
Winkster,
place to
point
abandon
and
your
say,
child.
"There he is."
100%.
If anyone in chat has a kid they just don't like, we have an idea for you.
Yeah, just leave him there.
Probably
I mean-
someone has extra seats in their minivan. They can just
Even louder.
take your kid.
Yeah.
One,
Or
We've got
if
room
you're
for
really
one.
lucky,
three.
There should
you
be a
really-
bin for leftover kids.
if you're really lucky, Barney could adopt your kid, and
Put
like,
him
he-
to work.
Exactly. Give you a little extra spending money.
That's what the kids in the show are.
He's
Get
back.
it.
Oh, it's Barney shows like a Ponzi scheme for getting
They get
more
bullied
people.
at school double. They're orphans and they were on Barney.
Yeah, but he doesn't call it in. Barney doesn't want anyone poking around.
Yeah.
He was cleared in that investigation.
Well, I mean, the whole thing was a tax fraud scheme. So.
Trick him with the same shit a second time.
His cousin works for the prosecutor's office, but I guess it's moot by now.
And he was friends with Peter Nygaard, but he was only interested in the life extension stuff. So. And I believe that.
Well, I mean, what if Barney died?
That would
Imagine
be
the copycat suicides that would happen.
whoever is president when Barney dies, like they're losing re-election. It doesn't matter how good they did on the economy or whatever.
Come on, just the kids for this one. And I know you know it. She'll be coming round the mountain.
Oh, really working that public domain.
When he goes nuts on covers like this.
That's right.
His.
Yeah, he made this one his for sure.
Hey, we're short a song on the Barney. Just she'll be coming around the mountains. Do it.
Oh, Branson, I mean, you think Barney can afford to pay performance royalties? You saw the set that they built.
That's true.
But like, I respect the tenacity. It takes the tenacity. This motherfucker just stole the Barney bag, and you're gonna come out with like a positive song, like uplifting song, and like get the spirits up in the house. You know?
That's right.
This is why people steal from him. Because they know he's not going to report it to the police. He's not going to do shit.
Get his ass later, but he's just like making sure that the audience is still feeling good. You know?
Well, you can tell from the song that he just expects the bag will be returned to him eventually, you know?
Barney does have it like that. That guy can't fence that bag anywhere in New York because it's like they'll immediately tell Barney.
That's true. Any
He's
pawn
still got
shop,
it like
whatever.
that.
It has a GPS tracker in it, too. One of the first they made. He got it directly from the military.
He funded, the creation of it. A couple million.
Anyone wondering, this is exactly what Frequency Fest will be like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Get your
This is-
tickets now.
Yeah, the same, exact same vibe, exact same energy. A lot of the same songs, actually.
hmm Yeah, Keith from
Well, have you
Every
figured
Time
out
I
what
Die.
solo you're doing yet, Felix?
I mean, like we've been getting so into Barney lately. I might do Cleanup. Like that's my favorite
yeah.
song.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear that.
You should get the suit.
Unless one of you guys do that.
Keith told me they're going to do a note-for-note recreation of this exact live set.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like an hour of doing this. If I didn't get so conscious about like, if I gave myself a $10,000 budget, I wonder how good of a Barney suit I could get.
I do not
Probably one of
fucking
the original
remember
ones.
BJ. I am too old for BJ. I
He
guess.
doesn't.
He-
He looks different.
How do you mean?
This costume
like
is
a-
not.
excuse my naivete here, but is this some kind of Bart Simpson style Barney?
Sort of, yeah.
Very, yeah, like hip hop style Barney.
Yeah, he's
like
cool
a-
and
His hat
streetwise.
is very sideways.
He's the Poochie the Dog style Barney, I think. Kind of a mix of Poochie and Bart.
His proportions are off. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Mandela effect.
He's walking like an Egyptian.
Barney and Baby Bop, they look normal, just how I remember.
Yeah,
He's
what's
got
going on
some
with
sort of
BJ?
facial distortion going on. Like they stored the costume wrong.
I think maybe they had the flight case for BJ was slightly too small and his snout got a little deformed and they just rolled with it.
I think that's what it is.
This is before he got plastic surgery. He didn't have that kind of cash yet.
It's weird that you have Barney as the standard, and then Baby Bop as some kind of like throwback antebellum racism, and then you have Bart Simpson as a dinosaur. It's just
There's a fourth one too. Who's orange. His name is
I don't think
Blaze.
he
I
should
think.
get in this one.
But
Does he smoke
you don't
weed?
see him often. Yeah, he blazes.
Are they honestly just gonna give up on the Barney bag? Like, what the fuck happened to that?
I'm sure there's a Barney Wikipedia.
What's going on with BJ?
Oh, I've been on the Barney Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Baby Bop and BJ are actually siblings. Not related to Barney, however.
Then, really? Is that true?
Let's see, Barney Wiki, the only wiki run entirely by pedophiles.
There he is.
Oh shit!
Motherfucker.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
Seriously.
Look, you can't fucking reason with this guy.
He
Obviously.
should encourage the kids in the crowd to get up there and beat his ass.
This wouldn't happen if Barney still had the new Black Panther party working security in the shows.
Security of the first world. Yeah.
That guy's so diabolical.
Oh, Riff is the other dinosaur.
Riff.
Except BJ refers to him as Cuz.
So he's their cousin.
Yes.
I don't think we settled this yet. Is Barney related to BJ and Baby Bop, or is he just their friend?
I don't think so. I don't think he's related to any of them, which doesn't make
Just
sense.
a 6-year-old I'm friends with.
I don't know. That kind of contradicts so he in 1994, 93 he put out a VHS starring him and Baby Bop called "Oh Brother, She's My Sister."
But is it
Barney?
oh, is it no
Barney's an
BJ?
adult. He's different.
Yeah,
he's
he's
in a different
grown
age
now.
group.
I think.
Yeah, very confusing.
No, they're just Barney's friends.
They are different species, but Baby Bop and BJ are also different species.
Yeah, actually, most people don't know, but Baby Bop is about 250 years old.
Well, he's related to turtles. And it's like, imagine if a turtle had the money a celebrity had, they would probably live hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Dude, I hope they do take me out to the ball game.
They're like able to make it to like 120, just like living outside.
That's it. Work up those kinks. There you go. Ooh, that's it. Oh, I bet that
Dude, I bet there's a bunch of Yankee players in the audience this night. VIP.
Absolutely.
and batter.
Well, Barney and Derek Jeter were friends until they had a fight, over a woman, of course.
First pitch. Take me out to the ball game.
Okay.
Man, I didn't think he was gonna do this one tonight, but
I guess it was like he was really feeling it this night.
yeah,
Is there
actually, it's
anywhere
not
I
even
can
written on the
escape
set list.
sports ball?
He called an audible.
He's taking a big risk here, but I think it's paying off.
It's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're
You know when all your
At
friends
least
get
throw the
together and
ball.
play baseball, how one of them's the umpire?
me out to the park. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Clearly
I can't wait
fake.
till we're all in New Jersey and we just like make Lana kill us by watching Barney.
She got mad at me earlier today because I said, why don't let's just be rockabilly now.
Oh yeah.
Just be rockabilly. Let's just be like a rockabilly couple. Like what do we got to lose?
Get the haircuts, be racist.
We'll get you a cherry dress and a big red car.
She would love having a big red car. That'd be
Oh
awesome.
shit, he had to call the game for rain.
Some pointy sunglasses.
Branson, you need to learn how to play one of those basses that are really big.
Yeah.
An upright bass. Be holding it all the way up here, go ding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
You spin it around a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd spend the whole song spinning it. I'd miss half my notes.
That's rockabilly. That's rockabilly attitude. You know?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, throw it in my big car. Just peel out.
You got room for it. Your car is huge. It's enormous.
That's the only thing that makes me want to drive is the idea of having a gigantic fucking car like that. Big rockabilly car.
Big white scarf filling behind you.
Oh,
Only down Route 66. That's where
Anyone
you
want
drive
to bet on if he's gonna do "Rain, Rain, Go Away"? Or is he singing in the rain?
You might be singing in the rain.
And good ad lib.
Oh boy. Why,
That was
this
it?
isn't so bad. Hey, come on out.
You're that excited about
everybody.
rain?
Oh, come on out and play with me in the rain. We can all splash you. Hey, well, now just look at you. Oh, why the sad faces? A little rain never hurt anything.
Well, I mean, okay.
There are floods and
It's
stuff,
interesting for Barney
but
to
go
say that.
off, whatever.
Yeah, you know, less than a decade later, the Irrawaddy Delta would flood and displace hundreds of thousands of people. But sure, man.
They're singing like this because they're sad, because their parents abandoned them all at Barney shows, and now they have to be in the show for the rest of their life. And the second they hit puberty, they're given up to the state.
Well, if they're really good, they can be in like something like Seventh Heaven after Barney. And then after that, you can be in the NWO. It's the Barney to NWO pipeline.
Once you're 18, you're
Seventh
generally
Heaven to
safe.
NWO.
You're generally safe from bullies, but sometimes it follows you into college or after. There are some deranged fans or anti-fans of Barney who will track them down, even into old age.
It'd be funny to be like a lawyer, to be like 35, and like people are like calling your office to tell you Barney sucks.
I just watched Barney live in 1994. You stink. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
The little burger picker nerd.
Barney's
loser.
for fucking babies. Fuck you, Clint.
Dude, why were you on Barney when you were 8? Loser.
Pussy.
Well,
I bet you think a bunch of hugs, you pussy.
cheer up my friends. If all of you will help sing along. It's easy. When we get to the fun part, just open wide and say, ah.
Uh-oh.
Sing along.
Are you drinking the rainwater?
If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be.
Oh, I don't know this one.
This is like a hobo-only song.
Well, there are a lot of homeless children in New York.
This is like Big Rock Candy Mountain level homeless.
This
Right?
is, if snow were beans.
Tell everyone knows how to do this now.
If raindrops
Oh,
were
the policemen were instead cans of beer.
If my bindle never broke.
if everybody was a big steaming ham, a big ham hock.
This is about being in a hobo jungle and being rained on and getting tuberculosis and looking up and wishing it was candy falling. You know?
I don't like gumdrops. They kind of stink.
I like them. It's a nice mild candy. Some
Yeah,
candies
not-
are too spicy.
Not too hard on the teeth either, you know?
I like the instrumentation here with the MIDI horns.
Yeah, this is 100 gex, 400 gex.
Yeah.
Christmas in the production is incredible.
Yeah.
It's raining candy. Oh my.
Damn, this crazy, Barney.
I think the rain has
If it was raining candy, Barney would be the first one I'd want to tell me.
That's more like it. We wanted to make a big splash on the stage, but this
Dude, I'm still fucking anxious about the Wingster.
Well, you know, I like
The
to
show
sing
goes
in the
on,
rain,
dude.
but I like to sing in the sunshine.
Yeah, you lose your bag, you keep playing.
Yeah, I don't know how Barney has that kind of like showmanship to just let it go like that.
Yeah.
30 years of experience.
It's like if Dimebag knew that guy was at that show and kept playing anyway. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of bravery.
Oh, it is the sound of grass growing.
If it were me, I wouldn't rest until the Wankster was without a pulse.
The Wingsters should be held accountable. Like
Barney
Do
should
not-
have at least one weapon on it.
He would have to be drained out onto the floor.
Well, you got to make examples out of guys like that, or anybody thinks they can come on stage.
you don't want people getting one over on you. Like
We've seen what happened to Paw Patrol. People trying to scramble on stage. Once the fear leaves these kids, it's hard to get it back in.
He dismissed his personal security at the show because when it was filmed, New York City was the safest place in the world.
He didn't want to get Selena-'d.
Well, Barney has a bunch of barbed wire stuck to this stage so no one could climb up.
Andrew claims that the Wingster's part of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure, dude.
Come on, man.
Don't spoil it.
There are
Well, Andrew,
people in this
Andrew, I do got to take time to thank you for the award. Podcaster of the Year 2020-21.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Charles, did you
bullshit.
win that?
Whatever. No,
Yeah, I
that's
won it.
bullshit. It's
I
not.
won it.
Wow. What? Where's it from? Who gave it to you?
The Podcasting Association.
Like
NPR.
Like award, it doesn't mean anything.
Did you win that for Fortune Kid or E1?
All of everything I do, every podcast I've been on, it's all leading up to this.
Does anything
that's
really
awesome.
mean anything?
Not like
I mean, what's an Oscar if you really think about it?
that's like what? Like who cares? Charles got an award. Who cares?
What's with that kid two-sling her mom's hair? What are you doing?
Sometimes you have like wiener kids who need to
Just messing up her mom's perfect bowl cut? The haircut her mom got to desexualize herself at a certain age? Just gonna mess it up?
Well, that's a pretty bird.
It's a beautiful bird.
I wonder if you can bring that bird through customs, though, or if they have to smuggle it when they go do some shows in Canada or whatever.
They have to kill it first.
Yeah.
Well, they give it drugs so it seems like it's dead. And then they shoot it up with Narcan on the other side.
And the border guys say, well, it's okay to have a dead exotic bird as long as it's not alive.
No questions for me.
Yeah.
Whoa, oh, okay, it's
He's
just
gonna
Barney.
eat his
I thought-
ass.
Yeah.
Oh, that was excellent.
I was concerned there.
Why is the tree sinking?
Oh boy, oh
Probably the Wingster.
boy, I'm having fun.
Caused an earthquake.
Is everyone
pulling it
having a
downward.
good time? Oh, that's great.
We are too, only it would be even more fun if we could get the Barney bag back from the
It's damn fucking right. That's
That's
what
the
I
question everyone's asking.
made for everybody.
Yeah, that was like 20 minutes ago.
I just know
Mm-hmm.
things will
Well,
work out
not quite
okay.
yet. We have to sing
Besides,
"Wheels on the
I
Bus"
think all of
first.
our
He could be in another state by now.
Nice surprise. Listen.
He's not getting out of New York City with that bag.
No, yeah.
Oh, it's a march.
People
They're not
still
going to
ride.
do the Duke of York again, right? There's no way.
It is. Look, it's a circus parade.
Okay.
It's a circus parade, guys. We
Oh,
all
that's
know what a
A
circus,
circus
parade
parade.
Yeah.
We all know. We don't have to say it or guess what it is. We all know what a circus parade is.
All right, this is getting to be a little childish.
I don't think so. These are all the adults right here.
No, these horns sound great.
Yeah, damn.
Incredible.
It's amazing to get that. They must
Really
have a MIDI
precise.
pickup on each of the horns. Yeah.
Precise tone
No.
on those.
There's no substitute for a marching drum. Some people want to put a kick drum in a kit, and it's just like,
No
you
way.
can't. Like, just listen to that resonance.
Yeah, this is like HD quality too. This is the best copy of the show I could find on YouTube.
They're not even pressing their mouths to the instruments. That's how good they are.
Oh, it's fun to play the instruments
Great
in a
embouchure.
marching band. Maybe we could. Let's ask.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Fucking $600 oboe. Get your fucking greasy hands.
Me too. What's the circus?
Well, baby pop.
God,
What's
what a
the
fucking
circus?
idiot.
Like a big
What a
Fucking
moron.
Dumbass.
clown,
Not her fault. Like she's been in
acrobats, and
showbiz since she
lots
was
of
a kid.
surprises.
Like it's just a lot of stuff she doesn't know.
She can read the protocols of the Elders of Zion, but she can't figure out what a circus
We
is.
could follow the marching band
to the circus. Maybe we could.
Maybe I can follow them on my skateboard.
Cowabunga.
This marching band.
I am a fine musician, that's what people say. She is a fine musician, that's what people say.
A fun musician, huh?
That's how you introduced yourself to me the first time we met.
That's
You're
true.
like a fun musician.
Like, hey, I'm a fun musician. I play it on my piccolo.
I'm frequently described as fun.
I would say so, yeah.
I'm fun to hang out with.
I'm often described as a diva.
I'm a blast on play
Musicians are
dates.
all fun. All musicians are fun. They're great to hang out with. They're not completely self-centered like emotional children. You know.
He's sucking boogers with that trumpet. That's what he's doing, this little kid.
See, you're really set on the idea of him being one of the booger kids.
Dude, he's sucking full boogers, right? He hit a bunch of boogers in that trumpet earlier.
They couldn't get a fat kid, so they have to combine fat kid energy and booger kid energy into that kid.
They should have had a fat kid with a tuba.
I
love to play the tuba.
Oh,
Boom,
God.
boom, boom, boom,
Oh,
boom,
my
boom,
God.
boom, boom.
It's awesome when there's a fat tuba kid. That shit's... Joe Biden should be working to make sure that we still have that.
They need to sort the instruments by weight.
Yeah! We could definitely get Joe on board with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what weight you are, there's a role for everybody.
Well, does everyone want to see the circus?
I don't consider it a circus if there are no animals.
Yeah.
I guess dinosaurs, but those hardly count.
Is like, the crowd is the animal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's the best, dude.
Always surprises me, you know?
Just an amazing performer. And creative.
Now we'll march to the circus. Here we go! I think I can see it from here.
Really wondering where this is
Oh,
going.
oh,
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's exactly where it's going. Wow. Just when we least expected it.
My attention was starting to waver, and then I was like, man,
Yeah.
what a
Pulls
he's
us
a
back.
master.
Get me in a room with him.
Barney's a better man than me. I would have fucking lost my shit by now.
Ooh.
Wow, intermission. It's funny to put that on a VHS tape.
And it's not that long either.
Yeah.
Seconds, literally.
They should have the whole intermission on the VHS. So you don't have to pause.
It's only fair.
Whoa.
Well, that's
they're
a
at the
great
circus.
Ladies and little gentlemen.
Man, look at his thighs.
Welcome to
He looks great.
Barney's
He's
He was
the
an
best
early
shape I've ever
adopter.
seen him in.
He was an early adopter of kettlebells in America.
Here come the clowns, and they're really crazy.
Oh man, crazy clowns.
They
I
better
don't
not
know,
be
guys.
too crazy.
Oh, I love their
I trust Barney with this.
They're gonna be just crazy enough.
Okay, I like this. I really like this.
It's kind of clownish.
Yeah, like there's a small vehicle, but there's only one clown in it. You know, that's classy.
Oh my
Subverting
god.
expectations.
Imagine going back to school. Not only have you been with Barney, but you've been dressing as a clown. Driving a clown car with a big fake nose on. You would get beaten into a pulp.
At the end of your life.
We'd be praying for death.
As a human race, we loved clowns for like 100 years. And then right after this, everyone soured on him for good.
Yeah. Clown was like, that was like being Jim Carrey. Until about like 1988. It was Ronald Reagan that ended clownery.
Yeah, until like second term Bush. It was It was a compliment to call someone a clown.
Yeah,
I'd say
they made me smile.
Quebec is an island of clowning in a world that has moved on. You know?
Is clowning huge in Quebec?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish
God.
miming was big there so they didn't have to hear him speak French.
People love clowns. They love to ride unicycles to get places, not just for fun.
That's every city now.
Yeah.
Also, I think the biggest weekly LARPing convention happens in Montreal on the
Dude,
mountain. The city is named after.
I need to go to Montreal. We need to do a show there.
Yep. Absolutely.
You should recreate Barney's 1994 tour by going to all the same venues, all the same cities.
The media would rip me apart if I did that, but it's like really just a tribute from me to Barney.
Sometimes you got to do things for yourself too, as an artist.
The clown bus, my ride's here.
What, your ride, Branson?
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking clown?
I was being self-deprecating.
With no podcast awards?
You know, why don't you go sit on that thing? Why don't you go sit on that thing?
I don't want to. I just
Why
want
don't you take it and go sit on it?
Admire it and look at it. Because it's so nice and golden. It's literally gold.
I don't think
You guys
it's real
know-
gold.
Charles,
It
Brent,
is. I'm
if
holding
Barney
it now, I
was-
can tell.
if Barney was here right now, would you be proud of what you're doing?
Ooh, that's a good point.
I've never been proud of what I've...
I'm over it. Well, maybe you should think about that, Branson.
No, I'd rather just do things than just deal with it.
All right.
Listen, you gotta laugh. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Branson, you're talking over one of the best songs right now, Branson.
They
stop
could have at
fighting
least
just
given
enjoy
the
the music.
bus movable wheels. It has a steering wheel, but no wheels. That's not what we're talking about when we say the wheels on the bus, not the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Well, baby Bop, I guess it's your turn now. Did you think of a good
Okay, here we
circus
go.
act?
Yeah, no, he's. I understand that he wants to back up his performer, but like, just asking for trouble with Baby Bob.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Okay.
Here comes the song about
Get to the
fucking
point, baby
Stefan
Bob.
Bandera.
Yeah.
You act like a little
We all remember what you called New York City 3 years ago.
I'm going on an anti-Semitic rant right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We all remember the interview you gave where you talked about Norwegian culture and paganism.
It's a blessing that they didn't let her riff off of the different types of people you hear on the bus.
Oh, Andrew said STFU Baby Bob. Maybe it's just because he had a crush on her when he was little and now he's a little bitter about it.
I think we found out.
Oh yeah, okay, this isn't helping your case, dude. Like,
That's a pretty good song, man.
It's good they didn't use the original lyrics. You know she wanted to.
Oh, wait,
Well,
wait.
they-
Okay, so who's this guy to the left of Baby Bop? Because he's freaking me out the most.
What is that?
He's not a monkey on the bed, is he?
Monkeys jumping on the bed.
That's
I guess they're clowns. They're adult clowns.
Is this
I
rap?
Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Oh, that's the doctor? I'm supposed to trust him?
Well, George
Oh,
Clooney was.
no way.
For Baby Bop, her marvelous monkeys, and Dr. Sean.
Yeah, that was worth wheeling the bed out.
It was a lot of fun. And our next act is going to be fun too. But before it starts, you might want to get some peanuts.
Peanuts? Where can we get peanuts?
Well, there's always someone selling peanuts at a circus. Oh, let me see. I think I saw a peanut salesman back here somewhere. Peanut salesman, peanut salesman, peanut salesman. Oh, hello, Peanuts.
I have a feeling I know who's gonna show up, and it's really gonna make me mad. Oh, thank God.
Are they making him work his own show?
What do you think it was?
I thought it was the Wankster.
Thank God it wasn't him.
I hope we don't see any more of that dreaded Wankster.
I hope he fell off the scaffolding.
We've seen the last of it.
Just like a veteran who's going to a party show, tries to kill the Wankster.
I got him, Barney!
Barney, you helped me through my depression. I'll fucking kill this for you.
Yeah,
No jury would convict him.
30-year-olds back then who treated Barney then as they treat Steven Universe now.
There's a lot of jokes for adults. Yeah.
This kind. Oh my.
Oh, no fucking way.
Wow, 2 elephants.
You're just an elephant, but mine.
Is that a real elephant? That can't be.
I think it is. I think it is.
That seems like it should be against the law to involve an actual elephant.
I don't think you can bring that to Radio City Music Hall.
Well, he's not dancing, kids. Barney's gonna whip him.
This country used to be amazing. You just bring in a fucking elephant.
They shut down Manhattan like they do when the president comes in.
It's like King Kong. Bring him out in a cage.
Bringing out a fucking... God.
That's not a
We're
real...
laughing, but this elephant went on to be a founding member of DFA Records. So.
That must be some sort of animatronic or something.
I don't know, man.
They wouldn't let an elephant stomp around. How does it know to dance?
The actual fucking elephant.
That's the real elephant. That's a small.
How does it know? Oh, I guess it's trained. And that's how it knows how to bob its head.
They got this guy in case anything goes down.
Yeah. Guy's an expert.
I like that they didn't even. That guy didn't even have to dress up. He's
We
just
didn't
like,
want him
no.
on the show. He's just the only person this elephant respects.
Look,
I think it's
look,
irresponsible to bring that ivory that close to the Winkster.
Is that really necessary to bring the elephant out for 20 seconds?
No, that elephant.
It must be very expensive to transport an elephant into New York City.
Well, elephants don't have labor rights. So.
For 2 minutes for a children's show where they're all asleep.
But you have to remember that Barney is so
50
rich. He's on
minutes
top of the
in.
world at this point.
The elephant's
do
just
anything he
chilling
wanted.
backstage for 50 minutes.
In the green room.
that guy and
His rider
elephant-
is insane.
Now these
That
are
guy-
some good clowns. Look at his legs shaking.
Why, thank you, clowns.
Man, those clowns are so funny.
You feel okay?
They are pretty funny. You got it.
They just go backstage and immediately projectile vomit.
Is proud to present the strongest man on earth, Derek.
All right, this should be exciting.
Wow. He looks very strong.
It's synthol.
Well, this actor, he had a very like Heath Ledger type thing where this persona sort of took over his life after.
He died because he wanted to get hit by a cannonball.
Oh, okay, I'll stand over here. You can do it. Come
Felix,
on,
how's his form?
you can do it.
Let's see. Oh, well, he's facing his palms outward. That is really. I don't think you should do that.
It'd be funnier if they did that bit and the fake arms came off as he stood up.
This time. Okay.
That was an old Weekend Update gag. Pretty fun.
I wish. Did they still have weights like that, Felix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what I use, dude.
I think when they're longer and they really bend when you lift them.
I would love to use triangle weights like that. It would make me really happy.
They gotta be really easy to roll on the floor.
That's what I'm thinking, dude.
You have to wear
want
a
it to hit the
singlet if
mirror.
you're lifting them.
Whoa.
I've been thinking about buying a singlet. I've been like I'm finally like back into fighting shape.
You'd look great in a singlet.
Thank you. I'm kind of built for one. I already have the body of like a strong man from 120 years ago.
I never saw a tent with a
Well,
skull
all of the
like
strongmen
before.
from like 120 years ago just
Next in
looked
our
like
imagination
slightly
circus,
above
we've got a
average
man who
strength
knows
guys
how to
now.
fly.
Yeah,
They
that's
only
me.
ate baked beans.
That's what I look like.
Oh, why, thank you.
You're welcome.
He should be here any
And
minute
they had to
now,
like have
so
two
I'll
jobs
just
because they also had to
drive
jump from that really high ladder into that really shallow pool.
Well, I have two jobs. I'm a writer and podcaster.
Yeah, I have 0 jobs too, Felix.
This looks even more dangerous than the elephant. What the fuck are they
It
thinking?
takes on a really sad note when you consider Barney's friendship with JFK Jr.
Yeah.
Is that a real airplane?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was loaned by JFK Jr.
Thank you to the estate of Howard Hughes.
A decade later, he did like the same premise where the plane comes out, but then he does 5 for Fighting in honor of 9/11.
Season 14 of Barney it just got too contemporary. It was too political. You lost sense of who the characters were.
Yeah, this is not really true to Baby Bop or Barney.
Everyone, welcome Liam Gallagher.
I mean, to be fair, Barney's doing a song about flying better than the pilot in the Dogs thing.
That's true.
Paw Patrol? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Why are these adult clowns getting so much screen time?
It's in their contract. Union clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the BJ song. Cowabunga skateboard, gonna go eat a slice.
Wouldn't it be easier to just use adults for all of them?
It'd be a weirder show.
It'd be a weirder show. I don't know.
They basically like tape the ankles to their ass and then put shoes on their knees. That kind of thing.
Reuniting the original cast of Barney 20 years later.
Thanks for coming to see us. So long. Have a good flight. So long.
Looks like he's crashing into the earth as Barney says that.
I wonder if there's any footage from the Orlando show where that went tragically wrong. You know?
Yeah. They tried to wipe that off YouTube.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault though. It was bad. It's bad labor, you know.
I blame it on the crew.
Setup
Yeah.
was bad. Yeah.
This was like the #1 look for orphan girls for like 40 years.
Mhm.
Was there like a charity that gives every orphan that specific dress? They're so well dressed for orphans.
Well, you have to like put like something really precious on an orphan. Like if it's a boy, you have to give him like a newsboy cap that's a little too big for his head.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there was a movement to destigmatize orphans to get them out of the rags and into something more appealing.
They have
You
to have
remember-
stink lines, or else you can't identify them.
Yeah,
you
you
remember-
won't get as much free gruel if you don't have stink lines.
George H.W.'s 1,000 Points of Light Foundation, where it's actually to buy that dress and that hat for orphans that he created.
They used to make boys wear that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no one likes to show off.
Yeah.
All right, so who are these bears?
Well, it's gender
her
roles.
friend.
All male bears are soldiers. All female bears are ballerinas.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was the 90s. There's certain
Yeah.
sort of retrograde things that Barney, if he was doing the show today, he would have changed it. But, you know, he just
Yeah.
wasn't thinking about it back then. Neither were we, you know, none of us.
It was a different time. I really don't like the sort of like bragging tone of this song.
Yeah. Like, Barney would never sing these lyrics, you know what I mean?
If I wanted to
humble.
hear like talk about how fucking cool they are and how like easy it is for them to go to bed, I'd go to a fucking Elmo show.
This is one of the Romanov children. Look at all these ballerinas and Tsarist secret police I have around me.
Yeah.
Life's so good.
But he doesn't mind, and that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, this might be one of the low points.
Yeah, who the hell is she? Get her off the stage.
Let's
I wanna see
get Barney
dinos.
on. Like, let's just do like 1987 Barney. Just him on the stage with the Rickenbacker. Just playing the dude.
Yeah, the production is a little bit overwrought. Ever since they went into like the clown phase of the show, it got a little much.
The clown thing was a lot, dude.
This is when the money started going to Barney's head just a little. You know, he's fucking bringing elephants out for thousands of dollars.
Well, I mean, he considered this to kind of be like his money maker, and he worked more on like, you know, he directed.
Like, what did he direct?
He did a bunch of like black and white art films in the 80s, but later on he was doing like some like John Waters type of stuff. Of course, he did it under the fake name of Quentin Stillborn.
It's amazing.
Damn, this is kind of a banger.
Yeah.
So they can get a real elephant, but they can't get a real duck.
Well, they need a lot of ducks. You know, they could get one.
Yeah.
Get a
I
flock.
usually think the ducks in New York are unionized. The elephants are not.
Yeah.
The elephant wasn't even supposed to be in the show. You know, Barney, during sound check, Barney got hungry and went out to get like a kebab and saw that guy with the elephant in a big cube van and said, "Hey, do you know who I am?" And the guy said, "Yeah. Yeah, I do. I fucking love you, man." And he said, "You want to be in the show? We're playing Radio City Music Hall. Bring your elephant."
And then he lifted up a suit full of cash for him.
A Barney bag full of cash. We'll pay you after the show. Just there's this guy who's gonna come by and try and take it, but hopefully we can get it back.
Well, unfortunately, like the wankster is the elephant guy's +1. That's where having a big hurt will get you. You know, you say, "Yeah, you can be in the show," and the guy says, "Can I get my friend backstage? Can you get all access?" And you say, "Yeah," and the next thing you know, your bag is gone.
Half of New York City's backstage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, duckies. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm glad you all came back. Bye-bye, duckies. So long. Bye. Oh, and
Thank you, D-Rod.
that just about brings us to the end of our circus.
Wait a minute! Wait a
Whoa,
minute!
whoa,
You
whoa.
haven't seen
Well, what's the problem?
Well, it's always something.
I'm about to hang 10. Cowabunga!
Oh.
BJ the Human Cannonball!
Okay.
Oh, someone's gonna get hurt.
The human cannonball. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Bring one in. Cannon.
I don't even know what species you are.
Hey, who
Out
are
of-
these guys
out
and
of
their
his fucking
wacky
mind.
cannon? I didn't authorize such a wacky cannon.
Is that a real cannon?
Oh, thanks, guys!
Does that have live ammunition in it?
What's a French cannon?
Enough gunpowder to blow your fucking head off, Barney.
Well, Barney's playing off the idea that everyone wanted to kill him. You know, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna come close to it on stage myself.
Again,
Yeah,
how
it's
come
like-
they could get a real elephant but not a real cannon?
That ringmaster vest is made out of Kevlar.
Yeah, this party is sort of like all eyes on me, period.
Yeah. Yeah, the press was trying to muzzle the story, but he was getting it out on stage. He was like, "My life is in danger. I'm at the peak of my career. People want to kill me."
But I'm not gonna stop.
Bring a pillow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop singing my public domain songs for anybody.
That just wouldn't be a safe
Well, I
thing
mean,
to
if you're
try.
the best
And
public
safe
domain
is
songs, you
very,
keep singing them.
very
It's true.
It's folk music.
He's like the Sinatra of public domain.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he sings "I love you, you love me," and all those kids light up in the audience at
Are
once.
you even going to fight
Yeah,
that
dude, it's coming. We're getting close. I mean,
I've got a remote control.
well,
We
we got
gotta get
15
through-
more minutes in the set.
I get through this.
You gotta get through BJ's
BJ's
bullshit.
Walk through this
big
crap,
moment.
yeah.
Oh, I guess it was a real cannon. But it had him in it.
Get his ass.
Of course he fucking wormed his way into there. God
Damn it, dude.
damn.
I did not see that coming.
That's where he was
They'll give
hiding the
people all
cannon.
access. After show only.
The kids don't know what's going on.
Dude.
You can tell from the audience reactions. The kids are nonplussed about this. Because they don't recognize him from the TV show.
Yeah,
Fool
this
me
is
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, he's gone to the same spot like 4 fucking times. Just put a guard up there, man.
Also, I don't know what's in this bag. It could be,
I don't know either.
based on what we've seen so far, I'm sure it's some frivolous
The
bullshit.
human head.
You see,
It's everything from the fridge in the backstage. It's half a thing of Hellman's mayonnaise, Sabra hummus from the night before, and then a new Sabra hummus that they put on top of it to make it look like they got two. Some deli slices.
That was a close one. You almost caught me. But it
Who
looks
mic'd
like
his ass
I
up?
get to keep the Barney bag and the surprise inside. Ta-ta!
I don't think we're ever going to catch the Wingster. No Barney
I don't think
bag.
so either.
And no
My
surprise
God.
to show our friends in the audience.
That kid's somewhere sniffing some socks right now.
We'll think of something. And we'll probably get an idea sooner.
He's
than
looking
we're
back and
all
forth to
ready.
see if anyone's seeing him sniffing his socks.
Yeah.
Barney?
Oh, but
Just
you
the
will.
protagonist in a Philip
Everyone
Roth
here
book.
will if you
Just
can
jacking off
sing
his
a
phone
very
and stuff.
silly song with me. How about it? Will everyone sing a very silly song? Oh,
No!
great. Then all of you kids stand up and do what we do. Just the kids for this one. Come on now. Stand up, kids. Here we go.
Oh no,
Let's be
just the
silly.
kids.
It came back
Someone filed an anti-discrimination lawsuit about the Just the Kids.
and brought me back.
There needs to be adults only night at Barney.
My aunt came back from
I mean, we would all go.
Yeah,
Dude,
wokeness ruined Barney.
I
agree.
My aunt came back from old Japan. And
Oh, this song is like really didn't age well.
No, it did not.
Oh yeah, this is what they don't do this one anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the 90s, you could get away with a song that had references to Emperor Hirohito.
This song was really Baby Bop's like creation.
My aunt came back from the city zoo and brought me back some nuts like you. Oh,
Whoa. Yeah, that's not cool either.
that was silly.
That was pretty scathing.
Is
He had
When,
only-
when they
only
said
the kids do it
Japan and they
TikTok.
played the Japan thing, I really thought it was going to be just country after country and like racist music.
Yeah, me
riff.
too.
I was locked in. I'm like, here we fucking go.
And he went to Italy. Beep, 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 doom.
Let's play London Bridge.
Hey, Derek, let's
By
make a
Fergie?
bridge.
Yes.
I think you're right.
London Bridge is
I'm okay with them taking the piss out of England because of all the imperialism.
Yeah. Well, this is part of Barney's like anti-Anglo thing.
Build it up with iron bars, iron bars, iron bars. Build it up with iron bars.
Man, old songs are fucking weird.
Yeah, build it up with iron bars. That you don't want to hear that in the club.
Couldn't they come up with something better than that? It's like a 2-line song that's been around for 400 years. Make it about something cool, not a bridge that sucks.
Every
I
song
like
is about like your dad dying in the chemical mines.
I kind of think low-key this song is good.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Gold
love to
and
see
silver,
Britain
I
fail?
have none.
It's about the misery of being born British.
It's crazy that Barney performed this song 22 years before Brexit.
He performed it for the Queen. They told him, "Don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
You got to do I love you, you love me." But he did it for her, and
He got
Yeah.
high before he met the Queen, like the Beatles.
he's not allowed back in that country.
Believe me, Barney does not want to go back.
They just kept caught that kid like hard licking her boogers.
If your kid is part of the Barney production and eats their boogers and is a clown, it's like you really just gotta like trade your kid with somebody's in Russia.
Yeah, or send
Try
them
to
to
get-
like a international school in Hong Kong or something.
Yeah.
To get them a
I think you
job
just
as,
get him
like,
right in
a
the
low-level
workforce at like
diplomat.
age 7.
Yeah, you have to go to a country that doesn't have Barney if that happens.
Mhm. Well, in
The part about
1994,
not
Russia
knowing what
was
a star
looking
is.
for America.
Well, Gorbachev did try to bring Barney to Russia.
Yeah, and the Russians rejected him, you know?
Yeah. They have their own thing.
Yeah, they have an armadillo that just tells children life is pain.
Yeah, Yeah.
And even after the fall of communism, people loved that armadillo because they
Oh,
looked
yeah.
around and they saw life expectancy dropping 15 years. They saw the ravages of the Gaidar reforms, and they thought, the armadillo is right.
Yeah.
That was the piece of the ideology that persisted.
That's part of Bill Broder's thing. Is he's trying to get the armadillo investigated and executed.
That's the whole thing behind the Magnitsky Act, right? It's just to retcon history and wipe the armadillo from the archives.
Yeah, Browder hates the armadillo. Well, he was outsmarted by him during his monster days. The one person he couldn't get one over on in Russia.
Yeah.
It was also
Browder-
the only
Browder
children's
bought-
mascot
Browder
that
bought-
constantly smoked.
Browder bought the world's largest nickel mine for $1, and the armadillo tripped him on his way back to his hotel and grabbed the voucher. And Browder never forgave him for it.
Have the wish. I wish tonight.
People used to smuggle VHSs of Barney into the Soviet Union.
Behind the Iron Curtain.
1989 to 1991.
There he is. Oh, thank you, everybody.
You get a bullet to the head if they caught you with one of those.
Everybody has
Right.
their
Well,
own
the
special
Chechens
wish,
really
so
they
let's
kind
all
of
be
cornered the
quiet
market
and
on
hear
the
what his
Barney
wish is.
bootlegs.
Wait,
Let's listen,
they're
okay?
negotiating with the Wingster?
What, really?
Yeah, I really don't like the politics of this.
Because I wanted everyone to play with me. But now I wish upon a star I had real friends to stay with me.
Oh, he's just a loser.
He's appealing to sympathy.
We'll be your
yeah.
friends.
Yeah, anyone when they get called out for their behavior, they do this.
Classic
Yeah, they're
toxic
like,
shit.
No, I have no friends. I'm sad.
Get
I
his
have
ass.
ADHD.
He can't get away with this shit.
Yeah, it's just fine. Like, no one's gonna hold him accountable for all the stuff he did.
Yeah, this might be the most problematic part of the set.
Yeah, I gotta get a drink. I'm really pissed. I just,
You
like,
put
don't
down the
remember.
bag. Just kill him now.
All you had to do was say,
Yeah.
"Please, can I be your friend?"
Really?
Yeah.
That's all? I only
Man,
have to
they
say,
really normalized adults being friends with children on Barney.
And stealing shit from children, then just becoming
Hey,
their
I
friend.
stole it from you because I want to be your friend.
Sometimes they're hard to remember, but there are
That's a great lesson to teach kids that if you want someone to be friends with you, steal their shit and don't give it back.
After this show, the Wankster changed his Twitter avatar to just a black circle.
I'm sorry for what I did.
Branson, someone beat you to that in the comments in the chat.
I'm working on myself.
Those motherfuckers.
use them in the morning, at noon, and night, cause it's a great way to be polite.
It's incredible double time there. It's great.
Yeah.
Still got it.
See how easy it is?
We're talking about please and thank you. They're called the
I feel like we're getting toward the end of the set, and he's not bringing out any of the big hits yet.
Yeah,
Like, where's
well,
cleaning
He's
up
saving it
45
for the end.
I know,
This
but like, I want to hear more hits. Like,
Use them in the morning.
Well, this is like an original song. I thought Branson would be happy with this because
yeah,
he's getting
Branson's
really
whining
upset
about
about
the.
No, I'm happy with like.
You don't like the message?
I had no objection to it.
Branson, like, well, I guess this is a question for everyone: of do you prefer Barney's originals or his public domain?
100% the originals. I'm all about the originals. I think he kind of sold himself short as an artist.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, the crowd goes crazy for him doing Wheels on the Bus and stuff, but it's like, Barney, they would love you doing anything.
It was like when the Beatles used to do Chuck Berry covers.
I thank you for
You gotta branch out. You gotta do your own thing.
You're all very, very welcome.
But hey, now that we've got the Barney bag back, let's see this big surprise we've been hearing about.
It better be pretty fucking good if we waited over an hour for it.
Yeah.
If this
it's
isn't a
like-
gun, I swear to God.
They definitely made BJ wear like sagging jeans at some point in the
Oh, for
Barney.
sure.
What the fuck
Wait a
is
minute.
that?
The human heart.
That's it?
Beautiful decorations for everyone here.
Well, it sucks, Barney.
I thought
It's
it
a
was gonna be
shitty
like
bag
Snake
that you
or
have.
something.
Isn't that heart too small for everyone here to see?
Hey, shut the fuck up, Wingster. You're not even anyone's friend.
You're a
man.
criminal.
Fucking mutant freak. You're lucky we don't smash you into the ground into a base.
I hate him.
Should be strung from a lamppost.
Imagine a heart that's big
No
enough
trial.
to share with everyone in your family.
We used to know how to
Big
deal
enough
with people
to
like
share with
Winkster.
all of your friends.
Country's gotten
A heart
soft.
That's big enough to share with everybody everywhere.
Well, this was the
And let's
90s.
imagine
He needs to
it
taste of Wild West justice.
Absolutely.
Do you think they're gonna do "I Love You"?
I don't know.
And that's a heart big enough to share with all my friends. You are special, you're the only one. You're the
Ooh, okay, this is a good one.
like
Another original.
Yeah, 2 originals in a row,
Here we
Branson.
go. Let's go.
who can do the things you do.
I bet you he's gonna do this one into "I Love You" because that's probably about all the time he's got, you know.
Classic 1-2 punch.
Maybe they don't really do the cleanup song very often live because they don't want kids to think about cleaning up.
Mhm.
This is just for
Realistically,
fun. This
there's
isn't
way
fun.
more to clean up here than there would be on the show.
That's
There's
true.
an elephant. An elephant
Yep.
walked through there. There's been so many sets and
Some-
stuff.
We had some monkeys.
Yeah.
It's pretty filthy.
Yeah, the smell on stage by the end of these shows apparently was just unbearable. But people, you know, they're professional.
Well, welcome to rock and roll, you know?
Yeah.
Barney came a long way. He started out playing venues where you would walk in and it would smell like that. But by this point, he had to bring an elephant in to get it to smell that bad.
Oh,
That's
someone in the
why
chat,
he brought the elephant in?
the chat
Yeah,
has
he
a
liked-
like,
Sneaked up
observation.
the stage?
Yeah, it was just
that?
sort of to keep him honest.
Someone in the chat said that Barney didn't like to do the cleanup song live because it was too personal for him.
Our show.
That's fair.
Yeah, they hired the elephant to stink.
Couldn't have done it without you, so give yourselves a big hand. Come on, yay for you! Yay! Oh, that's so nice. And before we go, there's one very important thing that I want you to remember. I
Here it
love
comes.
you.
Oh,
Bring out the
I
big
knew
guns,
it.
baby.
oh, they're doing
Oh,
one
They're
more.
gonna segue?
teasing up.
They're gonna do a segue? I think they're gonna do a
This is gonna go
segue.
nuts.
Everybody light up. Get ready to light up.
Yeah. If you smoke them, if you got them, folks.
Ivan the Armadillo did something similar where he did a song about how there's no reason why everyone can't work hard.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Oh, you know he's not going away on that note.
No, there's gonna be an encore.
He's gone
Yeah, people
forever.
aren't
He
even
died.
standing up yet.
That girl's
Oh,
crying after
She
that last
just
song.
she just found out that he died.
It's so easy to trick children.
Oh, he's back.
Wait, are they seriously not gonna do it? Oh,
No, they have to.
No,
have
they gotta
Well,
do
they
it,
gotta
man. They're gonna do it. No, they're gonna do it.
They gotta
Do they
do
have
it.
time?
I don't
I
think
don't know
they
if
have
they.
time.
I don't think they have time.
They have time. Yeah, they do.
There's a guy with a big looped
Still
stick
2.5
trying to
minutes.
drag them all off stage right now.
If you leave
What?
to
Wait a
to
second.
get a beer,
Dude.
you're gonna regret this for the rest of your life, man.
Yeah.
You gotta stick around.
Look, he's coming back.
I almost forgot to give you a kiss goodbye.
We'll sing the fucking song, man.
That's your encore.
Whoa. Okay,
Is he
that was
really
it.
not going to do it? Now I'm starting to think he was not going to do it.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I respect him so much as a performer.
Dude, if he doesn't do his biggest hit, I'm going to fucking lose it.
Nah, dude, that's Barney. Let Barney be Barney.
A lot of
This is like
refunds on the
Ray-
tickets on this night.
Yeah.
It's like Radiohead Cirque of the Bends, you know, where they're just like, we're not gonna play Creep. We fucking hate that song.
Yeah, I guess they got that from him. Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Barney.
Oh my god.
Dude, how is that possible?
Oh.
No, he did. We saw him do I Love You in the one from 1991 that we watched. He wrote it years ago. He just fucking didn't do it.
I'm kind of with Felix though. Like, you still have to respect him as a performer.
You kind of
know?
respect that, yeah.
Yeah, that
but
takes-
like,
You
I
gotta
am
respect him.
shocked.
I am stunned. I'm
fucking
legitimately stunned.
shocked.
Let Barney be Barney.
Can,
That's all
can
I'm
I? Can,
Wow. What a note
I
to
mean,
end on.
I'm gonna have to go watch that though, like by myself on YouTube or something. It's
That's
like
true.
now I got to see it.
Okay, wait. Maybe you can pull it up live. I think for the sake of the
Alright.
chat, we can't leave here without hearing it.
You gotta hear it.
Great.
Gotta hear it.
That's insane that he didn't perform that.
Yeah, on a show where he like did Wheels on the Bus twice.
Yes.
An hour and 18 minutes. That's a pretty hefty set list. If it doesn't have your biggest hit.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's why they're still going to be talking about him long after he's gone.
That's
You
true.
may
I
not
mean,
agree with it, but it's like there really is only one Barney. There'll
I
never
really
be a-
did not see that coming.
I saw a lot of Ukrainian last names in the crew, but I think that's Baby Bop's influence, you know?
Yeah, probably. Knowing what we know about Baby Bop's beliefs, yeah.
All right, we got to do this one just for the fans because that was insane.
If Barney didn't do it in '94, we are
What
doing it
makes
now.
a birthday really special? Sharing it with the people you love.
You can tell it's 3 years earlier because the camera quality is even worse.
I thought that was a menorah at first.
That was Baby Bop.
Yeah, Baby Bop would not be on board with that.
Baby Bop epic Kwanzaa rant.
Every guy in the audience for like Barney in New York City worked for like Leon Black and Jeffrey Epstein. Like, Glenn Dubin, I need you to get me these fucking tickets.
Do it now.
And it's like Barney would hate them if he met them, but you know.
I think he knew they were there, but he just tuned it out while he was performing. Because he's a pro.
I'd love to have a Barney-style friendship where you're just constantly hugging your friends and kissing them on the cheek.
And your friends are children.
Before we do, let's have
You're a
big
grown
round of
dinosaur
applause for the people who made our show
Friends
so
with only
extra
children
special.
dinosaurs.
Well, Barney could be like a larger dinosaur than that. Like maybe she's she's an adult woman.
Barney has a dinosaur best friend named Jerry that, never wanted to be in the spotlight or anything like that. But, when he would come up to Barney, he'd be like, what the hell, man? What's up with these kids you're friends with?
You never come to the bar anymore. Why are you
Just
going to
give up writing
daycare?
songs,
Say, you can't leave without a kiss goodbye. So
Oh, that's
here
right.
it comes.
Barney.
Wow. Whoa.
He really wound up.
Everybody, bye-bye. Take care now.
Oh, that's before that meant gay.
That just meant dinosaur back then.
That's when it meant happy.
People didn't know what it meant.
Man, that's just a much more normal way to end a show.
I agree, but it's like, imagine how many times he's done that song, how many times he's performed live.
That's true. I mean, I think you're right. I do respect him for the decision. I just didn't see it coming.
Oh, me neither. Me neither. It was a shock. But yeah, that's Barney.
Plays the best.
Yep.
Sax is going nuts.
Yeah.
It's going crazy.
I mean, if you get the call like, "Hey, we need a replacement sax player on Barney," it's like you're showing up.
Oh, someone said we should play the cleanup song. I'm into that.
Yeah, no, that's a classic.
I wonder if there's a. Let me see if I can find a live version, or if he just doesn't do that live.
He could not, like after a certain point.
Well, it could be super technical, so he doesn't want to like bring it to stage.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably why.
And I know that he didn't like these backing tracks, so,
Yeah.
It's like when Rush wrote Hemispheres, they recorded it and they're like, it's almost too complicated to play live. So a lot of the more technical stuff on the album, they just never played out.
Yeah, that theory seems right to me.
Well, Barney had that whole unreleased album that he supposedly did with Battles, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of being kind of avant-garde, here's a 1 hour loop of the cleanup song.
Yeah, people to this day are just still vibing to it. So you see these like hour, 3-hour mega mixes.
Dude, that's a big ass sock.
It's on a lot of Spotify playlists.
Yeah, the hour-long cleanup loop. That's for the worst parent, for being the worst parent in your state. Here, fuck you.
Yeah, Child Protective Services is about to show up. I need an hour version of the cleanup song.
Like, the comments aren't even like kids or like people making fun of it. It's just like bad parent 1978. I love this.
Yeah, this is great. Works great.
Inattentive dad 80.
This is great. I can just leave the house and it's fine.
Great time saver.
Well, it used to be a double standard because if you were an inattentive parent back in like the 60s, all you had to do was work hard and it was fine. Now it's like you're the bad guy. It doesn't matter how much money you make.
Yeah, and it should.
I need an 8-hour mix of this so I can leave it on when I go to work.
Inattentive Dad 83 has added this to a playlist. Sunday.
Playlist babysitting. All right, let's see who's online.
One of Alana's coworker did refer to looking after his own child as babysitting once.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Like insanely rich guy.
It's nice of him to do that.
The people at her job are fucking awesome.
All right, salute to everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching
you.
Barney as grown adults.
When you're meant to watch it. when
It's
you
cool
really
to
get
do
involved.
this.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be copying us.